Hey, Midweeks, so glad you're joining us for this 5-part series on Christ being formed in us. There's so much in this life that's uncertain and out of our control, but one thing we could always pursue is becoming more like Jesus. And so my prayer is that through this series of talks that you're encouraged in your walk with Jesus and becoming more like him. Enjoy, and God bless. Thank you again,
Cool.
Steve, for
Great to be
being here
here
with us and having this conversation around Christ being formed in us.
Yeah.
And one of the other pillars that we believe in being formed into the image of Christ is relationships.
Yeah.
Having intentional relationships in your life. And in reality, there's no such thing as a neutral relationship.
Yeah.
Like a relationship is either building you up or it's tearing you down.
Yeah.
And we use this phrase often: you show me your friends, I'll show you your future.
Yeah.
Can you speak into that a little bit? Why it's so important who you choose to go on the journey with you?
Yeah, well, again, I think, Western individualism says it's all about me and what's going on in my head.
Yeah.
Whereas actually, like you said, the biblical view is actually, no, the people that you connect with are going to shape you. So again, too, I run a Bible college, a whole lot of young people. We use that sentence. We also say, choose your squad wisely.
Yeah.
Rather than like, oh, will I do this thing? Will I go to this club? Will I engage in this behavior? Take the decision point back a few steps and go, will I choose to connect with this group of people in a way that they're going to be shaping my life? It's like, make those decisions. Then all the other decisions will flow on.
Wow.
Choose the squad that is going to help you make the good decisions.
Wow. So you're saying when you enter into a new season of life, maybe, from high school to young adulthood, or you're entering into a new career path, or, some sort of shift or change. In order to protect and preserve Christ being formed in you, the first question should probably be, who am I going to do this with?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a preventative decision.
Yeah.
Before you get caught in the weeds of, why do this or where and how and what. It's really your friends will shape you.
So we reach out to everyone. We're friendly.
Yeah.
But who are the people that you're going to let into your inner world that are going to shape your decisions?
Yeah. And so if we're being formed into the image of Jesus, how did Jesus express this?
Well, I think, you look at Jesus, he ministered to big crowds, he ministered to thousands, but his long-term game was, I'm going to be gone, I'm going to pick 12 guys, I'm going to do life with them intentionally for 3 years, and they're going to be so formed by this, it's going to work.
Yeah.
And so it's like, that was Jesus's strategy. It's kind of, who am I going to do life with where as that phrase, iron sharpens iron, we're going to challenge one another. The New Testament talks about the one another's. It's not just one person. It's I encourage you, you encourage me. I challenge you, you challenge me. It's like together we're going to grow.
Yeah.
And it's like I grow in community.
Mm-hmm. And so going back to our foundational value of honor.
Yeah.
To put weight behind.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot of times in life we need kind of a nudge.
Yeah.
Don't we? Like to make a hard decision or to find the encouragement to step into the next season. So do you feel like that sort of mutual encouragement is actually really tied to our destiny or getting to where God has called us to?
I think, again, we believe God's a Trinity. It's a setup that you only succeed in life in relationship. We're going to flounder by ourselves. There's a verse that says, he who isolates himself seeks his own destruction. It's like, no, we've got to keep connected. And I've got to have some people in my life who will both encourage me, but also challenge me. We all have our blind spots.
Yeah.
We all have none of us is infallible.
Yeah.
I'm about to make a decision. It sounds rational in my head. But when I explain it to my best friend, he's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah. So you're saying it might be wise to intentionally surround yourself with just a few people that might poke you a little bit.
Yeah.
That might push a button.
Yeah.
That might trigger you into a train of thought that someone who just agrees with you might not.
Yeah. Pastor Sam Monk in New Zealand often says, your brothers can say things to you sometimes that your father can't.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you doing, you idiot?
Yeah, totally.
Don't do that.
You just need that nudge.
Yeah. And it's like, this actually keeps me safe. I want some people who are going to be there for my good.
And so that scripture in Proverbs, as iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend.
Yeah.
Sharpening is a painful process at times. It means there's conflict. It means there's pressure.
Yeah.
But really the result is to be sharp. to be
Yeah.
made into perfection or made into Christ
And
likeness.
it's almost like we talk about, we talked about that together. We could be together nice, smiley, how are you? Weather's nice.
Yeah.
Or we can be together and go,
Mhm.
man, I'm really struggling with this issue.
Yeah.
Or someone that says to me, hey, I'm concerned about how you're relating to this person. How's your marriage?
Yeah.
How are you going with this area?
Yeah.
And to know, oh, yeah, they're asking me not because they're nosy, but they're asking me because they're committed to my good.
Wow. Yeah, that's phenomenal. And I think the world's interpretation of love has gotten so skewed in a way that really love includes the hard questions.
Yeah.
It includes discomfort.
Yeah.
It even says in Hebrews that God expresses his love by disciplining his
Yeah,
children.
yeah.
So there is these boundaries and ways that really Christians love each other for the greater good. And so, again, what do you think is so countercultural about this sort of relationship versus the relationship that the world describes?
Oh, all kinds of ways. I think just that I kind of make myself open, accountable. It's
Yeah.
not just being nice or pleasant, and that I get offended if you say something harsh to me. It's like,
Yeah.
the Bible talks about the wounds of a friend or the wounds of a brother. Like,
Yeah.
if they say something, they're not out to hurt me. They're for my good. And so I actually trust. I want some people around me that will ask the hard questions.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And so I think that's a different kind of thing, and that I'm really going to choose to do life in relationship.
Yeah.
And again, as you say, I commit to doing this. I mean, if I'm busy, I might not feel like being part of a midweek thing, but no, I need to be in these relationships.
Absolutely. Because that's how Christ is formed in us.
Yeah,
Again, it's not a solo mission.
No.
It's something that's supposed to be done in the context of community.
And also even the thing of people tracking with me over time. So I just don't dip in and put on a smiley face
Yeah.
for a one-off meeting.
Yeah.
These people have heard my struggle with certain issues over
Yeah.
a number of years.
Yeah.
And they can go, are you going back to that old pattern?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And I love the definition of accountability, that it's not just, give an account for things you're struggling with or, a confessional time, but actually like you need people around you that make you give an account for your ability.
Yeah, that's
And so
right.
it's people saying, hey, I just know that there's more in you. I see the treasure in you.
Yeah.
And come up higher. Come into your destiny, come into your calling. You got to give an account for your ability in this life.
Yeah, well, and that's the other side. We live in a world that's often, it's put down humor, sarcasm. It's like, no, I need some close relationships who inspire me, who build me up.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, awesome. I think there's some great truths and keys to help unlock Christ being formed in us in the context of community. So thank you so much
Awesome.
again.